Haha! Hi guys, I thought I would post a 1 week progress update, if there is a lot of progress that you can make in 1 week. And also just explain a little bit more about the diet that I will be following for this whole thing. So today was day 7, so essentially my sort of Sunday in the routine. So I'll start everything all over again tomorrow. First week went okay. A few slip-ups, which I have a few people to thank for. And like I said, I wanted to be as honest as possible with this thing. So, first day of the regime, I ended up going for some impromptu drinks. One whiskey turned into 2 or 3 whiskeys and a few wines, which I was heavily regretting in the morning. Anyway, powered through. Ended up going for an honest burger because it was National Burger Day on Wednesday, I think it was. So I tried factoring that in. Thanks, Jody. And then Friday, I ended up having again a bit of an impromptu drinking session with Matt. And then last night, I ended up on the punch, which isn't exactly technically allowed. So yeah, thanks Lloyd for being such a wonderful host. All in all though, apart from that, not too bad. Basically, at my last weigh-in, which was yesterday, I think I was 3 pounds down. Probably put that all on from last night and this morning though. So I'll see. I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to take that as the measurement for the week, as opposed to, because I didn't get to measure it this morning. Yeah, I mean, I've established my sort of starting weights for everything, which is carrying on from my strength training, which is good. So now I should be able to get an accurate representation of how my strength goes, whether I'm losing strength or gaining strength, or whether it's sort of staying the same. As for my, again, diet, because I hate that word, but it's just using it as a term for obviously the way that I'm eating. I may have alluded to the fact that I'm going lower carbohydrate and higher fat for this one. So what I'm doing is I'm calculating what I need for maintenance calories, and then I am staying at about 100 grams of carbohydrates, or a bit lower, just depending on how my totals come out for the day. At the moment I'm on 100 grams of fats, and then 165 grams of protein, and that takes me to around about 2,000 calories. So it's not a massive deficit straight away. Don't want to rush these things. And basically I'll keep that up for a good 2, 3 or 4 weeks, and then I'll reassess and I'll see how my weight is going and how my energy levels are, what my lifts are like. And then after the second week, possibly again 3rd week or 4th week, what I'll do is I'll then start having regular refeeds. So a refeed at the end of every week. Now what that will be is very high carbohydrate, much lower fat, and lower protein. And that will keep my body in a mode where it will essentially want to keep burning fat. That's the theory behind it anyway. and it will also mean that I will have the energy for my sessions. And the plan is to eat into my deficit using exercise and only drop food if I really, really need to. Because again, I enjoy my food, and it's typically the part that people tend to struggle with the most. This time around, I'm being a bit more relaxed with regards to what I eat. I'm trying to keep the food that I eat as nutritious as possible. So, chicken, sweet potato, veg to obviously help make meals more filling and for the health and benefit and the vitamins and the fibre. Eggs, the great advantage of a higher fat diet is that it allows you some things that are really, really satisfying. So I love getting to the end of the day and knowing that I've got a good amount of fat and protein left, so I can have an omelette or poached eggs, or an omelette followed by sort of pancakes. Almond butter, which is delicious. On top of that, I will also be intermittent fasting straight away, right from the beginning. Last time, because I was following a plan, I was doing the whole eating every sort of 2 to 3 hours thing, and what I've come to realise is that it's not for me. I can't do it when I'm on lower calories. I need satisfying meals, and one satisfying meal will keep me going a lot longer than constantly eating. So what that means is it will vary from day to day, and some days I might not abide by it. That's the great thing, you don't have to. But I will be fasting from around about 8 o'clock at night up until about 12 o'clock the next day. So I won't eat anything between then. I will train fasted, so I won't be eating any food before I train. Few reasons behind that, mainly because I get up so early in the morning, I don't really have time to be cooking food. But the other reason is because when I fast, I feel so much more focused, and less sort of bogged down, is the only way I can describe it. So I just prefer to train without any food in my system. I don't notice a difference either when I train fasted compared to if I eat a meal beforehand. So that's not an issue. And it just fits my life better. It means that being on lower calories is a lot more enjoyable, and it's a piece of piss basically, because that way I get essentially, so take the example of 2,000 calories. If I put that into 2 meals, I get 2 1,000 calorie meals instead of like what 5 4. So even if I was to do 4 meals, that would be 500 calories each, and those are they're not satisfying. Essentially, I'd rather have a sensation of hunger or faint hunger for one period of the day than I would constantly if I was to be eating. So basically what I've realised is as soon as I start eating, it sends signals to my body that make me hungry more, and I just want more food unless I have a very satisfying meal. So that works for me. Makes my life easier, means I have more enjoyable meals, and it just means it's a piece of piss. So that's that. Right, I'm gonna wrap this up because I am knackered, and I think that's really all there is to say on the diet front. Yeah, first week is always going to be a bit of a kind of, I don't know, warm up week, so to speak, getting used to what weights I'm going to be using, just eating better, ignore the alcohol, and yeah, I mean, a couple of pounds down, which is to be expected, probably, just water weight, things like that. So the real results will come as the weeks weeks progress, because then I'll be able to judge again based on my strength and my weight to see whether everything's working or not. If you've got any specific questions about the dietary aspect, feel free to chuck me a message or post something up, and I will. What I might do is, if anyone's got any questions that arise from these things, if I get like a collection, I'll start writing them down, and then maybe do like a Q&A if anyone is interested, and then do that as another vlog. Yeah, here's to week 2. See you later.